Hello guys, this is Paula back for part 2 on the journal insert. So I got everything inked. I stitched what needed to be stitched, and I glued the bands on the pockets and on the tags. Okay. That's all I did. So I'm going to show you how to put it together now. Let me move all this other stuff out of the way, because what we need is our pockets. So you need your small side on the right and on the right of the inside, and that's what we're going to work on first. And you need a ruler. A T ruler would work great, but if you don't have that, that's fine. Now, because it's kind of hard to see, so I'm just showing you here that it is kind of hard to see, okay? So we're going to take a big pocket first and put it at the top. So you take your 2 pockets, okay? And this is the center where the ruler is, all right? Let me make sure. Yeah. All right, right here. Now, you're going to want your pockets closer to the outside than to the inside. Okay, because I'm going to bring this one down because you want your tag, your small tag, or the 2.5 inch pocket to fit up here and not hang completely over. Now your ribbon will. Your tag can hang over a little bit, okay? So maybe 1/4 inch, okay? But you want to be 1/4 inch from this right side to keep it straight. Now, once we get the first pocket in, it's going to be easy. Now, we need for this pocket to be 1 inch down. Okay, once we determine we've got this right over here, you want to be, let me move this tag out of there. You want to be 1 inch down, which is exactly what this is, okay? Now, if you want to take a pencil and mark the 1 inch down, you can. That way, when you put your glue on it and you come back, you'll know exactly where you want to put it, okay? So, my glue is crazy, as always, but we'll just get a wipey. Do not put it very wide. You just want to make sure you get the top. Go on this stitching, because if you get it too wide, then your tags don't fit. So, of course, my hands aren't real steady tonight for some reason. Probably because I've been hurrying. I have company coming tomorrow. I'm wanting to get my videos done so I can just post them. Now, there may not be a video every day. And this one probably won't go up until Saturday. I think that's... Now, you're going to have to excuse my head. It's coming in. Because I want to get to that mark that I have. Now, let me make sure that it's exactly where it's supposed to be. Then you push down. It's not difficult as you might be thinking. And then you're going to put 1 inch between... No, actually, you don't go by inches on this one. You just want to make sure that it's even here and even here. So now that you don't have to do... See, you can see how far you are from the fold. Okay, and how far you are from this side, and you're 1 inch down. Now, on the second one, you want to get your T ruler and put it to the top here and shove it up against the first pocket, and that's how you know where to go. Now, you're going to want this lower small pocket to be 1/4 inch from the bottom. You can eyeball it. The most important thing is that your pockets are lined up on both sides. Okay, so now we have got our small pocket. And we're going to put ink around it, just like the other one. And we want them to not be overloaded with glue, so your tags fit in here nicely. All of the pockets, everything, I inked every single thing, even around the little bands that go on your tags, and even the belly band and all that. Okay? All right. Now, just hold your ruler, make sure it's in place, and you're wanting it to be about 1/4 inch from the bottom, which will also make it line up here. Super simple. You measure from the top, you measure from the bottom, you measure from the right. Okay? 1 inch from the top, 1/4 inch from the right side, and 1/4 inch from the bottom. Now, make sure you don't have any big blobs of ink. I don't think it, you know, if you do like I say, you won't have that big of a problem. Now we're going to go on the outside and do the same thing. Okay, we're going to put them in over here this time. Big on the top, small on the bottom. Now, we're going to keep, this one is going to be 1 inch down, and this is where you mark, okay, at 1 inch. Okay, let me get that over there. We want to bring your ruler in 1/4 inch off the side, and that'll make it easier, just FYI. Okay, so 1 inch down. Gonna mark right here, mark right there. Now, line that up. Make sure it's 1/4 inch and that everything's straight. Then you come over here and make sure you're 1 inch down. And it's perfect. So you just want to mark so that when you put it down, you have it in the right spot. Whoops. Sorry, guys. Banging up everything. Okay. I get my fingers around my pocket here. Okay. So the least amount of glue you have to pull out of here, the better. Then you can at least go around it twice then. Okay. Now, we're going to find our little line. It's right here. And the one over here. And line it up. Okay. Let's make sure it's 1 inch from the top. 1 inch from the top over here. Okay. All right. There we go. Now, we got some glue seeping here. Can you guys see okay? Okay. Glue seeping on this right side I need to get. Okay, where is my wipey? I thought this would be way more complicated to teach, and I've had it ready for a week, and I just kept putting it off because I thought, man, I don't know if this is going to be easy for me to teach, you know, because sometimes things, it was a lot for me to figure out to start with, you know, because I had never done it. But now that I've done it, it's not hard. And I'll be doing these. I'll be putting these together in my spare time, if I ever have any. I'll be putting them together. I'm going to have to get the little glue eraser right here for a second. Okay. All right, now we're going to put the second one on, and we're going to line them up We'll line this one up from the right since the ruler fits better on that side. You always want to make sure on everything you do that your paper is upright, your big sheet. Because I just happen to think, oh man, I hope my big sheet's, it is. But I did not look, so I got lucky. And I'm talking about this one. And actually, no, it's not. But nothing I can do about it now. See how the numbers are upside down? Let me zoom in a little bit. See these numbers? They're upside down. I was just looking at these and liked the way they look. So on the other side, it doesn't matter because it has that design, that floral design. And nobody's going to notice this. But I do. You know. So make sure this is like a 1/4 inch from the bottom. Line them up with each other on your ruler. And voila, we got those two put together. This is the hardest part right here. We just had the hardest part, and it is not hard at all. So as long as you have a T ruler, you can get them for like less than $3 at Hobby Lobby. Or you can order them on Amazon like I did. I have Amazon Prime, and I ordered mine for $1.89. Now, I've had it for a few years, but they're still not very expensive. I think even if you shipped it, the shipping would be pretty small. Okay, now, I got a little more glue when I did these pockets than I did on the last ones. Don't ask me why. So I'm getting that off right now. Because when this glue dries, I know you guys know this, when it dries, it's there. Okay? I've been doing better with my glue. I don't know if you've noticed that or not. But I really have. Okay, there you go. I've gotten to where I just say, I can't worry about it. I can't. Okay, so now we're gonna flip this over. Okay, back to the center. Now see, this is gonna look like this on this side. When this all dries, we'll put our tags in here. Just saw a big blob of glue right there. Sometimes it waits and sneaks out on you. Okay, now we're going to open our book up. So there's the inside, there's the outside of page 2. This is going to be mixed in with your pages. So you're going to have pages on the front, and you're going to have pages behind it. And whenever you sew your signature in, this is going to get hose poked, and it's going to be put into the book, just like your paper. Okay, so that's how this works. Now, we're going to go over here. Lay out, I started to say, wait a minute. Lay out your belly band right here where you want it. Make sure it's, you know, it doesn't have to be in any position. It's going to be in the position that you want it in. So I'm just kind of centering it, eyeballing it. And that's how I'm doing it. Okay. I think I got it a little long, so I'll glue it on, and then we'll go back and trim it before we put our other 2 little pieces on it. Okay, so we're just gonna run some glue across here. Now I usually run a little more on this because, you know, when you pull it and put paper back and forth, it's, you know, it's not like a pocket. It's a little easier to tear, I think. Now, okay. So I'm going to turn this so I can do it easier and so you can see it better. Now here's where the center is. I'm just going to put it right in here. Line it up on the top and drop. Now push this down. Make sure it's still all the way up to the edge. Then come over here. And you can look at it and tell if it's straight. And then I'm just going to kind of straighten it. where it looks good to me. Okay? Rub them both in. Push down on it. Make sure you don't have any ink leakage here. This part is still needs to go up just a tiny bit. And this one goes down. Okay. All right. All right, now I'm going to take my scissors and trim this one little part that's hanging over here. Because you want it to be flush. Let me get it off my fingers. Wipe it off if you got a lot of glue on your scissors, if you'll keep them wiped off, especially Tim Holtz, they still work great. I get glue on them all the time. I just keep them wiped off. Okay, now on this, we're going to flip it over so it's on this side. Now you do not have to put these on, but I got carried away when I was decorating, when I was making it. I was like, okay, now I could do this, I could do that. Now I know this is not real lady looking, but it is not going in a floral, you know, it's going to have floral. Don't get me wrong. Yes, it is going to have floral. I just used dark papers for my demo. So, you know, I just did this to have some extra glue on the sides to give it more support. You could have done it this color and it would have blended more and it wouldn't have been as noticeable. But I'm alternating colors. I didn't want any colors that were the same next to each other. So you could do a double belly band if you wanted to. I don't do them just because I just don't. But some people do, and some people like them. So, and I'm just lining it up with the bottom edge of the page and the belly band. Okay, so now that this is all down nice and flush and not leaking anywhere, we're done with that side. So we're going to flip it over. When you're putting your pockets down, you always want to make sure that they're upright also. Okay, so now we're going to close this like this, and that's how the front will look. But we're going to add something here because why waste any space, right? So we're going to add our little side tuck pocket here. This little part right there kind of sticking up like it got tore apart. So I'm going to glue it together. It's not a big deal. Okay, now we're going to put the glue on here just like we did the big pockets. Right there. Then we're going to come over here and put glue here and right here on all the edges. I usually go around, clean off my edges if I think I got too much glue. So here we go. We're going to put this right here and just do it flush to the edge of your folder. I guess you can call it a folder. That's what it looks like. Kind of what I've been calling it. But it is like a folder insert. So that's what we're going to call it. Let's call it a folder insert. Okay. I hope we're still recording because this is my third video on my phone, so I'm pushing it. Usually I don't do more than 2, so that's why I'm hurrying. So if I seem rushed, you know why. Still recording so far, so we'll see what happens. Okay. Okay, so I'll go back and clean stuff up like that. I already glued the little strips on your tags. So those will go right here when it dries. And we need to add our this little tab on. So we got to do it quickly because we're going to run out of film. Okay, so you do run it down each little strip on both sides. Okay. And you place it wherever you want over here. I'm going to place this one toward the top. And I just glue it down to that point. Okay. And then it will just put this one little section over on the paper. I do put a little bit of extra glue inside to catch this. If we run out of video while we're finishing this up, that will be the end. I'm sorry, but that's how it will be. And since we've got everything on now we're just going to put some kind of little title there or whatever. I think I'm going to put notes. Well, no, because it's really not a notebook. It's not like your, you know. So let's see what we got here. How we could do bucket list, to do, reminder, remember this week, monthly, to do, happy, top priority. So let's just say I've just been saying fun things. Here's one that says thoughts, inspiration. I got these little titles in the $1.99 bin at Joann's. If any of you are wanting any. Just happened, it was the only pack they had. So, get it out of this package here. Now it's going to be glare. Oh no, this one says goals, don't forget, important task, memo, top priority, daily, get it done. So I put today on the other ones. So I'm going to put today, because I have 2 of them. I'm going to put today on, if I can get it off. There we go, on this one as well. Just like this. Because this is going to be the outside. So we'll just do today facing in. Whoops, make sure you get it center. There we go. And let's put the other one on the other side, facing the same direction. I hope these stay on without any problem. I've never used them before. So there we go. All right, so I am going to tell you, you put the big pockets in the big pockets in the small, or big tags in the small pockets, and vice versa. The small ones in the top. You tie any kind of thing you want up here. I'm going to use just regular seam binding, but I'm not going to do that on camera because I did that backwards. The small ones go on the top, the big ones go on the bottom, and I'm going to just put seam binding on there. And this is our project. Oh, and here's these go in over here. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. You could decorate up your pockets more. You could do a different way of decorating. We just kind of did a simple way. And you could poke holes in these if you wanted. You could decorate this with lace. I mean, it's endless, right? So I hope you enjoyed these videos, part 1 and part 2. And you'll get to see this put in my book, or after it's put in my book, soon. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. And thank you to everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.